Hi friends, my name is Janice. 2 tablespoons olive oil, a pinch of salt, a pinch of oregano. Mix everything well. Today, we're making a super tasty dish, made from simple ingredients, but in an unusual shape. And I'm so happy to have you on my channel. 3 eggplants, cut them in half evenly. Now scoop out the eggplant flesh. It's easiest to do with a small knife. Friends, which country, state, or city are you watching from? Please write it in the comments. I love looking at photos of your cities. Some cities even have websites with their history and pictures. That's so cool. I really love that. The eggplant flesh comes out pretty easily. You can set the flesh aside. We'll need it a bit later. Continue with the next eggplant. You can use more or fewer eggplants, depending on your taste. But then you'll need to adjust the ingredients, which I'll explain later. Friends, it's really not hard, but if you're having trouble, I suggest using a big spoon to scoop out the remaining flesh. That way you'll get nice, even eggplant boats. Line a baking tray with parchment paper. Place the eggplant boats on the tray. Since I had 3 eggplants, I ended up with 6 halves. Now, brush the insides generously with the olive oil and spice mix. A silicone brush works best here. Don't hold back on the oil. Brush it on generously. Notice I left the eggplant stems on, so the boats stay stable. Eggplants aren't just tasty, they're good for you too. They're high in fiber, which helps with digestion, and packed with antioxidants that protect your cells. Plus, they're low in fat and calories, making them a great choice for a light, balanced diet. Bake in a preheated oven for 20 minutes. Meanwhile, let's get back to the eggplant flesh. Cut it into small cubes. Did you know that eggplant is actually a berry? Yep, just like tomatoes. And back in the day, people used to call it a mad apple and thought it was poisonous. That's because it's part of the nightshade family, which includes some toxic plants. But now we know that when cooked right, eggplant is not only totally safe, it's also super tasty and good for you. Heat a frying pan. Add vegetable oil. Add the diced eggplant flesh. Mix well and fry. I add more oil as needed because eggplants absorb oil very quickly. Cover with a lid and simmer for 10 to 15 minutes until the eggplant turns golden brown. 1.1 pound baby potatoes. You can also use regular potatoes. Cut them into wedges. Regular potatoes will make bigger wedges, so I recommend using the smallest ones you can find. Baby potatoes aren't just smaller, they're harvested earlier, so they're more tender with thin, edible skins. The texture is creamy and the flavor is slightly sweet. They're perfect for roasting or tossing into salads when you want something that looks good and tastes great. Prepare a pot. Add the potatoes. Pour in enough water to cover. Boil until half cooked, about 10 to 15 minutes after boiling starts. Meanwhile, the eggplant flesh is fried. Look at that beautiful golden color. Now, remove the eggplant from heat. I'm using my new spatula again. What do you think of my new spatula, friends? Honestly, I can't say it's super convenient. I tried it with meat, but it didn't work that well. One onion. Chop it finely. Onions aren't just about flavor, they're packed with health benefits too. They're rich in antioxidants, especially quercetin, which helps fight inflammation and supports your immune system. Onions also promote heart health, help regulate blood sugar, and act as a natural prebiotic for your gut. Add some butter. I don't wash the pan after the eggplant. I keep cooking in the same one. Add the onion. Mix well. Fry until golden. Two garlic cloves. Chop them finely. the garlic to the onion. Fry together. One bell pepper. Chop it finely. Fry everything together. .1 pound ground beef. Break it apart and mix well. Take the potatoes off the heat. Transfer them to a mixing bowl. 2 tablespoons olive oil, a pinch of salt, Italian herbs, smoked paprika. Mix everything well so that every wedge is coated in oil and spices. Place the potatoes on parchment paper. Spread them out evenly. I got a couple rows of wedges. Bake in a preheated oven for 20 minutes. Meanwhile, the ground beef is almost done. Add the fry eggplant flesh. Mix everything well and simmer for 5 minutes. Take the eggplant boats out of the oven. Let them cool slightly. Look how nice and even the boats turned out. .8 to 3.5 ounces tomato sauce or paste. You can also use canned tomatoes. Mix well. a pinch of salt, Italian herbs, smoked paprika. Mix it all together. One bunch of fresh cilantro. Chop it finely. Add the cilantro to the beef and veggie mix. Stir everything well. Now, fill the eggplant halves with the meat mixture. The boats are pretty deep, so they can hold a lot of filling. I'll be baking mine in a casserole dish. But if you don't have one, you can just place the boats on a baking tray. My amount of meat and veggies was just right for 6 boats. If you have fewer eggplants, use less filling. 1 eggplant half equals 1 serving. .8 ounces mozzarella cheese. Grate it on a coarse grater. Sprinkle the cheese on top of the filling. Bake in a preheated oven for 10 minutes. 4 radishes. Slice into half moons. Add to a salad bowl. 1 tomato. Chop into small pieces. Add the tomato to the radishes. 1 cucumber. Slice into half moons. Add the cucumber to the bowl. One red onion. We only need half. Slice into thin half moons. Add the onion to the rest of the vegetables. A pinch of salt, oregano, olive oil, 1 teaspoon lemon juice. Mix everything well. The potato wedges are ready. They look so delicious. Take the eggplants out of the oven. Oh my, the aroma! I can't wait to taste them. Friends, thank you so much for watching until the end. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. It's the best way to support my work. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new videos. Enjoy your meal. See you in the next video, and take care of yourselves.